The world outside my window was transformed overnight, blanketed in thick, pure white snow. The tall oak tree wore a heavy white coat, and even the garden fence looked like a frosted cake. I pressed my nose to the cold glass, watching the sun make the landscape sparkle. Excitement bubbled up inside me. Winter was an invitation to adventure. I quickly pulled on my warmest clothes, feeling like an astronaut ready to explore a new planet. Armed with mittens and wonder, I stepped outside into the cold, clean air. The silence was striking. The snow absorbed all sound, creating a peaceful hush. My first step left a perfect footprint in the deep snow, a mark on a clean, white canvas. This was the start of my winter adventure. The world was my snowy playground, and I was ready to play. Today, I would discover the magic hidden beneath the snow. I caught snowflakes on my mitten, watching as each delicate crystal landed softly, melting almost as quickly as it appeared. I marveled at their intricate, unique designs, each one a tiny, frozen work of art, more detailed than anything I could imagine. Each snowflake was a tiny masterpiece, no two alike, shaped by its journey through the clouds, twisting and turning through cold air, forming patterns as unique as fingerprints. Curious, I grabbed black paper and a magnifying glass to study their patterns up close, eager to see what secrets they held. Through the lens, snowflakes looked like glittering jewels, stars, needles, and plates, each sparkling in the winter sunlight, their edges sharp and clear. I sketched their shapes in my notebook, trying to capture their fleeting beauty before they vanished, hoping to remember their delicate forms long after they melted away. Snow wasn't just pretty, it was perfect for building, inviting us to play and create with every handful. I rolled snowballs, stacking them to make a snowman with pebbles for eyes and a carrot nose, laughing as my friends and I shaped the snow into something magical. Our snowman stood proudly, built from millions of unique flakes, each one contributing to our creation, a reminder of nature's endless creativity. This simple activity taught me to look closer and appreciate the tiny details in the world around me, to notice the beauty in things that often go unseen. The snow was more than decoration. It was a playground for creativity and discovery, a place where imagination could run wild in the cold, crisp air. Every flake carried a secret story, written in ice, shaped by the wind and weather, a silent message from the sky. I realized winter's magic was in the details, in the quiet moments spent observing and wondering, in the hush that falls over the world when it snows. Even the smallest things could be extraordinary, reminding me that there is wonder hidden everywhere, if only we take the time to look. At the park pond, the surface had become a giant glistening mirror of ice. Reeds and grasses were encased in clear ice, like delicate glass sculptures. I learned that ice forms when water molecules slow down and lock into a crystal lattice. Ice floats, creating a protective layer for pond life below. Signs warned of thin ice, so I found a frozen puddle to safely stomp and shatter. At home, my mom and I made ice orbs by freezing colored water in balloons. We also created sun catchers with berries and pine needles, hanging them from tree branches. Sunlight made them glow, turning our yard into a winter gallery. Science and art blended together in these frozen creations. Winter's beauty was everywhere, waiting to be discovered. Even the coldest days could be filled with wonder. The world was a crystal kingdom, silent and magical. Winter is for action too, like sledding down the big hill at the park. The world transforms into a playground, blanketed in white, and every hill becomes an invitation for adventure. There's something magical about the first time you see the snow piled high, just waiting for you and your friends to make the first tracks. My friends and I raced down the snowy slope, laughter echoing as we sped past. The rush of cold air on our faces and the thrill of picking up speed made every ride unforgettable. We challenged each other to see who could go the fastest or make it the farthest, turning every run into a friendly competition. Sledding is gravity and friction in action. Gravity pulls us down, while smooth snow keeps us moving fast. Each time we slid, we could feel the science at work, even if we didn't know all the details yet. I learned that a slick sled and packed snow mean less friction and more speed. Sometimes we'd even try different sleds or wax the runners to see if we could go even faster, experimenting with what worked best. Ice skating at the town rink was another favorite. The rink would fill with families and friends, all bundled up and eager to glide across the ice together. At first, I wobbled and fell, but soon I was gliding across the ice. Every slip and stumble was just part of learning, and before long, I could skate in circles and even try a few spins. The skate blades melt a thin layer of ice, letting us slide smoothly. It felt almost like flying, with only the sound of blades slicing through the frosty surface beneath me. Safety always came first. Helmets for skating, clear hills for sledding, and taking turns. We looked out for each other, making sure everyone could join in the fun without getting hurt. These sports taught me balance, coordination, and awareness. Every fall was a lesson, and every success made me more confident. Winter play was more than fun. It was a lesson in science and teamwork. We learned to help each other up, share tips, and celebrate each other's victories. Every run down the hill or lap around the rink was a new adventure. No two rides were ever the same, and each one brought a new story to tell. The cold air made me feel alive. Winter's energy was contagious, filling us with excitement and making even the shortest days feel full of possibility. I couldn't wait for the next ride, ready to discover what new thrills and lessons the winter would bring. The snow-covered woods behind my house felt mysterious and calm, as if the world had been wrapped in a soft, white blanket. Every branch and twig was outlined in frost, and the air was crisp and still, making every sound seem louder and more important. I walked quietly, listening to the crunch of my boots and searching for animal tracks. Each step left a mark in the untouched snow, and I felt like an explorer discovering a hidden world just beyond my backyard. The snow revealed stories, squirrel leaps, fox trails, and bird prints. It was like reading a secret diary written by the animals, showing where they had traveled and what they had done while I was asleep. I learned how animals adapt. Some hibernate deep beneath the ground, others grow white fur to blend in, and many birds migrate to warmer places. Each creature had its own way of surviving the cold, and I admired their cleverness and resilience. The evergreens stood tall, offering shelter and color in the white landscape. Their needles stayed green all winter, providing a safe place for birds and small animals to hide from the wind and snow. A flash of red, a cardinal, caught my eye, bright against the snow. Its feathers looked even more vivid in the pale winter light, and it seemed to bring a spark of warmth to the cold day. Birds that stay for winter need extra food, so I made pine cone feeders with my mom. We rolled the pine cones in peanut butter and seeds, laughing as our fingers got sticky and cold. We hung them on the oak tree, and soon chickadees and sparrows came to eat. Their cheerful chirps filled the air, and I felt proud to help them through the winter. Helping wildlife made me feel connected to the world around me. Even small actions, like feeding birds, seemed important in the quiet of winter. Every walk in the woods was a chance to be a nature detective, searching for clues and learning new things about the animals and plants that shared my home. The forest was full of secrets and survival stories, waiting to be discovered by anyone willing to look closely and listen carefully. Winter's quiet magic was everywhere, from the sparkle of sunlight on snow to the hush that settled over the woods at dusk. I felt part of something bigger, surrounded by the beauty and wonder of the winter woods, grateful for the chance to explore and belong. Winter's beauty can bring challenges too. After a heavy snowfall, I saw my elderly neighbor, Mr. Henderson, struggling to shovel his walkway. I asked my dad if we could help, and together we cleared his path. It was hard work, but it felt good to make a difference. Mr. Henderson thanked us with hot chocolate, the best I'd ever tasted. Helping others is part of the winter spirit. My family checks on neighbors, especially those alone, to see if they need anything. Small acts of kindness build a stronger community. I learned that winter magic is also found in caring for others. The warmth of helping someone can chase away the coldest chill. Even kids can make a big impact. As the sun set, I looked at the snowman, glowing sun catchers, and the bird feeder in my yard. The day was filled with discovery, from snowflakes to sledding, from helping neighbors to exploring the woods. Winter is a season of contrasts, quiet forests and joyful play, biting cold and warm cocoa. It teaches resilience and community, inviting us to be curious and kind. Every frozen puddle and animal track holds a lesson and a bit of magic. Winter isn't when the world sleeps. It's when it reveals a different kind of beauty. What I love most about winter is the sense of wonder. It's the excitement of discovery and the warmth of kindness. Winter makes me believe anything is possible. There's always something new and amazing to learn in this magical season.